Hey, welcome back to another episode. Addicted to the Q. You know me. I'm the originator, the OG, Brian. Whatever. So fucking awesome barbecue. Addicted to the Q. With me, we have a special guest host. His name is Jordan Williams, Barbecue Pit Bros. We also sponsor you.
That's right.
Thank you for helping.
Yeah, no problem.
We have a special guest coming on tonight. Mike Starr with Blazing Star BBQ. I want to say he's out of Nevada. I can't remember. It's been a long weekend for me. I've had about 8 hours of sleep since Friday. So, yeah. And I didn't even do a comp. Jordan, did you do a comp?
I did not. Nope.
Okay.
I had drill weekend, and we were having an inspection, so I could not get out of it.
So I noticed you're slurring some words there, buddy. You have like a little black hole going on. Did that happen during drill weekend? Did like is it Air Force you're with? Air Force or Army?
Yep.
Air Force. Did they like just pull out the M16 and just butt you right in the face? Like, nah, man, your shit ain't squared away.
No, I was eating corn on the cob.
Okay. Just corn on the cob.
Yeah, it's previously a fake tooth, and so I got to go tomorrow and get it fixed. So what you're telling me is you do not have a good excuse for why you lost a tooth. No, it's nothing crazy.
Was this an old hockey accident? You lost your tooth jumping your bicycle back in the day, before internet when our daredevil stuff was really true?
We were playing outside. Airsoft is how I lost it.
That works.
I think I was 13 or 14.
Okay, so you got a manly story behind it.
Yeah.
Unlike your corn on the cob story.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. Okay, so this weekend coming up, we're going to Effingham, Kansas. You, myself, who else is going? Crooked Q, Rob Hamilton, Bare Knuckle, T-Dogs, Corey, Busert. I can't remember his team name. Smoke Sergeant, but he has another one now. He teams up with T-Dogs with. I can't remember their name, or they're doing it separate. Blake, Poppin' Smoke's going. We're going to take down locals. That's what we're doing.
Miss Sadie Q?
Miss Sadie Q, she's going. They're going. I think Wayne Bucknell, Bad Influence. He messaged me. He's talking about rolling up there. It's really Atchison County Fair. So this will kick off the Atchison County Fair, the barbecue, and they do a parade Friday night. We cook Saturday morning, go home. We cook. Got mine right here. Ribs, chicken, pork, brisket like normal. Then he's got Kids Q. They do dessert, which I love doing dessert. I play with that a lot. It gives me something to just new things to try. And then he's doing a brat or smoked sausage, which from what I heard was he's giving you the meat.
That's right.
You can make it into a brat or you make it into sausage. He's giving you a skin, like intestine tube. Yeah, casing. So you have to bring your own seasonings, everything. So this is going to be interesting. I'm bringing a little extra pork just in case because I don't know how much he's giving us. Okay. So, I don't know, but I'm like, well, shit, I got all my stuff ready. I don't know what I'm doing yet until I get it, but I've got a lot of seasoning I'm bringing.
That's all you need.
It's laid back. It's I think last year we had 18 people, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of us were KC guys. The rest were locals. So
you got a good turnout then of locals.
Yeah. Oh yeah, locals. This has been going on for a long time with the locals, and it just happened. Like the guys, I don't know how to expand it. It just happened that Crooked Q stumbled on this 4 years before I started going to it. And then I brought Rob, and then Crooked Q started telling a couple other guys, and it just kept growing. I mean, the guy wants it to grow. The locals get mad because we show up, but it's like, we'll grow it for you.
If you want to make it bigger, you got to let people in.
Yeah. It's fun. It's laid back. Right now, weather shows rain. I'm not looking forward to that. I'd rather it be hot and dry than rainy. Just because I hate cooking in rain.
Well, when you got a trailer, it doesn't matter.
I know. Whatever. I'll confiscate your trailer. And
I might be running solo, so there's always room.
I got my daughter with me, but we'll probably hang out in your trailer. Like, Dad, I don't want to sit in the truck. Nah, I get it. But no, I'm hoping it's dry because I want, like, last time she went with me, we get like your Friday stuff done. We got over to the little carnival section, walked like the animals, the petting little area, got some carnival food or food truck food. We just had a little fun.
Heck yeah.
And I got to make sure I get her burger crap all ready to go because I forgot all that. I got a lot of prep still to do. I focus on rental houses this whole weekend.
Slacking.
Dude, I'm telling you. And I had a plan this whole weekend to have stuff ready. And I got up Saturday. No, dude, I got up Saturday and straight, let's go get the flooring hauled over there. I'm like, well, I'm going to get this bathroom done because my plumber guy that's going to install a toilet for free is leaving in 3 weeks. So I'm like, well, I can't wait on my floor guy to get over here. I'm going to do the bathroom. So now I got to lay trim and baseboard and trim. But the floor's down, LVP vinyl, like snapped together. So now I'm like, well, let's get a vanity. He can install all that too. Like, when can you be there? He's like, you let me know, I'll be there this week sometime. I'm like, crap, now I'm really under the gun. So I'm like, all right, Monday night, everything's going to get made and prepped, and I got coolers in my shed I got to pull out because I bet everything put away since March focusing on houses. I'm like, man, this snuck up on me. So it is what it is. It is what it is. So how you been?
You'll get it done. Good.
Yeah. Now, do you know our guest tonight, Mike Starr? Have you seen him on Facebook, social media, anything?
I have seen him on social media, but I don't think I've personally met him.
Okay.
Or anything.
Okay.
So be interesting to chit chat with him.
Yeah, it'd be nice. I know he's part of the Live Fire LFCA. I think he's actually one of the originators of it, like the association, like bringing it together.
Yeah. I don't know much about it, so that'd be awesome to learn about it.
Oh yeah. I want to definitely pick his brain on that or find out more about it. He's got his own rub and sauce line. He does a lot of cooking on social media, so it'll be interesting. It'll be fun. So, what have you got cooking in your books?
This weekend I got one, and then let's see. And then a Excelsior Spring, and then we got another local for Labor Day weekend. That's a fun, just a 3-meat.
You're coming down to Excelsior?
Yeah.
That's what, August 15th?
Yep.
Yeah. That'll be fun. That'll be a good one.
Yeah. Barbecue World Cup, so.
Yeah. The last weekend in August.
Oh, yeah, and then last weekend in August, Heather and I are taking a couple's trip to cook a rib burn in Wisconsin. I can't even think what it is. It's for Chasson Smoke, their fabrication company.
Okay.
And they're hosting just a backyard rib cook-off. Sean and I did it last year. I got second place there. So we're going to go head-to-head. Couple versus couple. See who brings home the trophy and all the winnings.
Well, what if you both place like third and fourth?
As long as I'm third and he's fourth, that's fine.
So you're saying as long as you guys win. I get it.
So we'll see how we can see who's the actual real rib champ.
Yeah. Well,
I am 2 for 2 though, so.
She has competed against me twice and beat me both times.
So there is that.
By 2 places.
That too.
So well, Effingham, we have the Crooked Q Sofa King traveling belt. So
That's why I'm coming down to get it.
You have to be sponsored by one of us to have the belt. So if you win it, you have to cook it next year. That's
fun
the problem. It's no, hey, I'm giving you the belt. I can't cook it. Nah, sucker. This is one of those ones. You win it, you got to come back and hand that belt over.
Well, how if I win it again?
I've GC'd it twice.
See?
So I'm not expecting to do it again, but it's always fun if you can. Right. I mean, here's how I told Danny. I go, I really don't care. I really want to GC this again this year. I really do. But if I don't, as long as I can first place dessert, I'm happy because that's Danny's freaking category. He's like, my cake, smoke everybody. I'm like, man, buddy, I'm coming for you.
I don't even know if I'm going to do a dessert.
I am. I have a, as you can see, learning to be a chocolatier. I have learned how to start melting chocolate and molding it. And I have a nice chocolate ball that's stuffed with ice cream, banana pudding, caramel, chopped strawberries, a little bit of cinnamon. So freaking yummy.
Okay, then.
Yeah, I'm coming for them. So, but hey, let's take a quick break, and we will be right back with Mike Starr. Addicted to the Q would like to shout out our sponsors. King Louie Meat Apostles Barbecue Rubs. The Good Charcoal Company. 3 ingredients, clean burning. Tillman's Real Pit Barbecue, sauces and rubs. Hunsaker Smokers, the best drums on the market. Warhorse Trading Thermometers. And finally, Butcher Barbecue, with all their supplies. And we're back. Coming to the stage, Mike Starr. How you doing, Mike? I'm Brian, and we have Jordan Williams on with us.
How's it going?
So,
doing well.
I've been following you for a while now. You were at NBBQA a while ago. We met. It was probably like 4 or 5 years ago.
Gotcha. Yeah.
But I followed you before that and everything. And what? Oh, Jordan. I just got a private chat from Jordan. I guess that was a long time ago. Can you hear me? So are you based out in Nevada?
Yeah, I'm a little town called Pahrump, Nevada, about 50 miles west of Las Vegas.
Okay. Because I got a lot of questions for you, and it involves LFCA.
Gotcha. Okay.
So
I'm here for it.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, since you're first time on the podcast with us?
For sure. I'm Mike, owner of Blazing Star BBQ. Started my business about 6 years ago, or a little over 6 years ago. Business kind of fell in my lap. Helped some friends open up multiple restaurants in Vegas. Most of them were Filipino Asian fusion. Meanwhile, they opened up another restaurant pre-COVID, right before COVID. Hit me up, needed my help. A lot of stuff I did for them was like more technical stuff, install security cameras, like build their website, create their social media, stuff like that. Anyways, I showed up and it wasn't a Filipino or Asian fusion. It was like a barbecue joint. And I was like, what's up with this? And they're like, well, we need your normal help, but we also need your help with barbecue. And they knew that I did a lot of catering and stuff like that. And anyways, they were like, hey, don't you make your own barbecue sauce? I'm like, yeah, I just stuff I mess with, Anyways, they asked me to bring it in. I brought it in. They loved it. And they said, hey, we want to put it in our restaurant. I was like, cool. So I started making barbecue sauce, 5 gallons a week, then 20 gallons a week. Then COVID hit, put them in a bad spot.
Yeah.
But I had created a social media page, Blazing Star BBQ, mostly to promote their restaurant. Then I just said, well, people are at home. Let me start promoting this barbecue sauce. One thing led to another. People started buying the barbecue sauce and started getting it co-packed with a shed. barbecue down in Ocean Springs, Mississippi. Then next thing you know, I was like, well, shit, if they like my sauces, maybe they'll like my seasonings. Came out with a couple seasonings. Turned out they liked that even more. And then, just kind of kept building it and started making videos on social media, like recipe videos to kind of get the stuff out there and started traveling around the country. And then, kind of took off and quit my job a little over probably about 3.5 years ago, going full time. And, we were in about 35 stores nationwide, and now we're in a little over 4,000 stores nationwide and across the globe now.
Nice.
So
that's my goal. One day,
yeah,
that's my goal.
Right. Yeah, it's cool. It's something I never imagined. Right. Obviously it's a constant grind, and I don't think if I hadn't ever quit my job, I don't think I would have ever been able to, pull it off. But fortunately, with my military background and veteran, my benefits and stuff like that, it kind of put me in a good position to be able to, go full time and just, hey, let's see if we can make it happen. Worst case scenario, I gotta go back and start working again.
Good job. Yeah. My wife's stay-at-home wife right now. She works for me 2 days a week with our pest control business in the office.
Nice.
But I'm like, I'm running that so much. I'm like, I can't take off and keep traveling. I mean, we got our best time. I think we're in about 37 stores, and that was 2021, 22. And I took the winter off, traveled, did showcasings at all the stores, and I was like, I can't do that every winter.
Yeah, it's a lot, man. It's a lot going on. I remember when I quit my job, I was driving one day. I was like, man, I don't know how I did this when I had a full-time job.
That's where I was like, something had to go.
Yeah, for sure. No, I get it.
I backed it down. Yeah, unfortunately not doing it. I lost some stores. It is what it is.
Oh yeah, it happens, man. But good news is you can get it right back.
Oh yeah. I mean, we're looking at where we want to move and retire. So we're like, all right, I'm glad we backed that down. So now we're focused on buying the land, property, house, wherever we want to move.
There you go.
And once that's done, we'll sit back and be like, okay, do I quit and sell this business and we push it full time, or what do we do? Do we just move out there?
Yeah.
We're trying to think a little farther in the future to where we know where we're going to settle, and then focus back on getting more stores.
Sure. Heck yeah.
But I mean, I enter, in BBQA, I enter best rub on the planet. Like, we got second and mild best rub on the planet this year.
Nice.
Which was awesome.
That's what's up.
Jordan, we sponsor Jordan's barbecue team.
Yep.
He is killing it out there.
He is. He's a good dude too, man. Yeah, I've been fortunate enough to cook with him a couple times. Last year or so, we've been doing some stuff together. Not Jordan. Sorry, wrong Jordan. Sorry,
Jordan.
I thought you were talking about. I thought you were sorry about that, Jordan. I thought you were.
No, you're good.
I thought he was talking about the barbecue pastor. Sorry.
Oh, dude, that guy. No. He's a good guy.
He's a good guy too.
Yeah. But you were a good guy too. Sorry.
No, this one's not a good guy. No, you're right. This one's not a good guy.
Yeah, terrible guy.
No. This Jordan, we have a new one coming out called Black Ops.
Nice.
I designed it for steak and beef, and Mr. Williams here ran it on lamb, and that was like, you got a first place call on lamb, and I was like,
heck yeah. I love lamb too, man.
It was crazy.
I love cooking lamb.
So, but yeah, we released this new one come November, and it's been hitting pretty hard, and I'm excited for it to come out.
Heck yeah.
So,
well, and the reason I ran it on lamb is I took a class, just a backyard class with Luton Booty, and he was putting his was putting his Jolly Roger on it, and I was like,
Jolly Roger. Yep.
And I was like, well, this is kind of the same concept, so I was like, might as well try it.
Yeah, for sure. Heck yeah.
Sterling's a good dude. That guy.
He's a great dude, man. Yeah. It's funny because I actually when I first started this business, before I ever met Sterling and did anything with him, I used to go into Bass Pro, right? And I would see his rub on there, on the shelf, and I was like, that's pretty cool. He's veteran owned. And I was thinking, man, it would be cool one day, I had my rub on the shelf like him, this, that, and other. And then, next thing you know, we're on shelves together, and, obviously me and him are in the same program, and we've done a lot of stuff together over the years. So it's kind of pretty cool how things full
Oh
circle.
yeah. Oh yeah. No, he's a good guy. He used
He's
to
great,
American Row. He used to be the row we were on. He was like at the front of the row, like where you drive in. So every time I had to walk by, I'd walk by him, and he's like, "Dude, you never said hi." And it'd be like day 3. I'm like, "You're always busy
he's always
with
going
man."
hard. Yeah, and he's always going hard too.
No, he's a good guy.
He's good people. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So have you done any comps, or you just?
No, I've done some, but I don't like. It's kind of like it's funny because when I started the business, I was trying to figure out like what path that I want, right? And it was funny. I did it was like a backyard comp in Vegas during COVID, and it was only like 10 of us, right? And bottom line, I put together some good stuff. Granted, a lot of my stuff is a little more bold, right? Not like kind of super sweet, type, and of course, none of my products were really developed for competition either, right? Even though we've got people, killing it, especially with our pork and rub, on chicken, pork, and ribs. But anyways, in that comp, bottom line, I did not. I think I placed like middle of the pack, right? And then there was this one guy that I taught him how to cook, like literally before I talked him into entering the comp. I helped him with everything. Next thing you know, the guy gets like a couple seconds and a couple thirds, and he never, like I said, he never like had any experience. The next thing you know, he's coming out with rubs and calling them award winning and this, that, and other. Bottom line, I said to myself, look, competition is not my thing, right? If I'm going to promote my brand, right? If I go out there and I don't do good in these competitions, who the hell is going to want to buy my shit, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, nah, I'm not even fooled with the competition stuff. And I focused on social media. Then I did start, dabbling in competition. Of course, I would, do Memphis in May and American Royal with a shed every year, you know, uh, and I would do some state comps, and I did a couple KCBS events and stuff like that. And I did pretty decent. I had a couple top tens or whatever, but it was just like, it really wasn't going to help me promote my brand as much, right? It would be better for me to, show people how to use my products and then also get it into some hands of people that are doing competition and let them kind of do it, right? That's what they do. That's what, it's not me, right? But, I, I might eventually like get into comps, but now, especially now that, speaking of, you said the LFCA, now that we've got this, like that's one of my new focuses is kind of getting this off, helping me, Al, and Christy, Girls Can Grill, to get this off the ground. And we've already, started getting comps scheduled across the country and even some potential overseas right now too. So,
well, since you brought it up, let's talk about LFCA.
Yeah, for sure.
I'll tell you this much before we tell what the initials stand for.
Mm-hmm.
You've got, I can say right now, me and I know 4 other guys that are looking at investing into a grill for it. And that, well, let's just say it's Live Fire Cooking Association.
That's correct. But
so
I'm gonna actually slow it down a second and tell you don't need to go buy a new grill, right? And the reason why is because at the Live Fire Cooking Association, we're defining live fire and open fire. Okay. Open fire is any grill or any cook that has a live fire that's open.
Yeah.
Right. So no lids. Right. And
it's like a rubber grill without the lid. No lid ever on or off.
It can be a Santa Maria. It can be an Argentine style grill. It can be, as long as it's open.
Okay.
Right? As long as it's completely open, and it has to have a live fire that's not assisted by electric, propane, pellets.
Yeah.
That's live. That's open fire. Live fire is anything live fire, right? So it can have a lid. So you can use drum smokers, you can use offset smokers, you can use Weber kettles with the lid, you can use it all, right? So, and it'll be the same format, right? So organizers can organize a regular live fire competition also, which that live fire, there could be open fire people and live fire people in there in the live fire, but in open fire, it can only be open fire, right? So this kind of helps bring in everybody, but we have a format, right? And so the format is at a minimum, it's an entree that includes one protein, two sides, and the sides are a vegetable and a starch.
Okay.
Right. So that's the minimum, right? That the event will be. And this is all live judging, right? There's no turn-in boxes. It's all live presentation. So you know, 10-minute, 15-minute presentation, depending on the format, right? And how many teams that can change, right? So we have different formats on that depending on how it's structured. As an organizer, you can add an appetizer. You can add a soup. You can add a dessert, as an organizer. But at a minimum, it has to be the entree, which includes one protein and two sides that are a vegetable and a starch. So that's going to allow for creativity, right? And no longer protein against protein, so it makes it a little more difficult too, but especially for the judges, right? Because they're not judging apples to apples,
Are they judging appearance like Memphis and May, where you have to have it all decked out and?
Well, so it is your presentation is your actual presentation, which includes your verbal and like overall presentation, like, there, but then, appearance is your appearance of the dish, right? And then you've got technique, right? So technique, where you're used to doneness, tenderness, stuff like that. Technique is actually going to cover all of that. So technique is, what technique did you use to cook this meal, right? So you're going to kind of maybe judge, like, on the technique, and then how they cooked it, and then how it was finished, right? So what method did they use to cook it? And, so that's important, as when you're giving the presentation to the judge, you're explaining to them how you cooked it, right? And then they take it, and then they judge based on how you told them you cooked it, right? If you told them that, I added this and this to give this flavor or whatever, they're going to judge that technique, right? They're going to judge that technique. And then also, of course, at the same time, judge the doneness, the tenderness, and, all that based on what you explained to them on how you cooked it, right? And then, of course, you've got flavor. Flavor is king. So all of this is weighted. So flavor is 30%. Technique is 20%. Overall impression is 20%. So you have an overall impression. So for the first four categories, presentation, appearance, technique, and flavor, it's an 8, 9, or 10. 10 meaning championship quality, 9 meaning, great, but not quite championship quality, and then 8 meaning it's good or worse, right? So
whereas Super Bowl or you're
right.
not great.
And then overall impression, it's actually a decimal point. So it's an 8.00 to 10.00. So you can go 9.95, 9.25, 8.88, whatever, right? On that overall impression. Oh, by the way, with these competitions, I had an app developed to run all of this.
Oh, nice.
So all the scoring, it's completely secure. It takes out all human errors. Everything, it's got a built-in randomizer. So as an organizer, you put in the teams, you put in the judges, right? and then you hit build the event, it will randomly put the teams into groups, right? And then randomly put judges into those groups also, right? And then it's all live presentation. There'll be a finals at each one of these events. So, like, each event will be kind of up to the organizer. The organizer could give you 6 hours, they could give you 8 hours, they could give you 24 hours, whatever, right? And then typically judging would happen, say 12 to 2 in the afternoon, somewhere in that, obviously the time of the year matters, the organizer, the location, all that stuff will be up to them. But then, let's say you have 15 teams, right? And you have 3 groups of 5, right? The way it'll work is the winner of each group will go to the finals, and then there'll be a finals judge to judge those 3 winners of each group for finals, is the way it'll be. As far as payouts, are always first, second, third minimum on the payouts. So, yeah. So that's kind of the difference. So a lot of your competition cooks right now could start doing live fire cooking association the live fire events without having to buy new grills. They could kind of figure out if they like the format the way it is, and then later on, if they want to get into the open fire, they can get into the open fire.
Yeah. There's like 4 or 5 of us up here that we've been talking since it was even announced. We're like, guys, we got to jump on this. Like, do it together, or just to like get some water behind our ears right off the bat.
No, and that's what we're
split off and do it individually. It's like, let's just get it under our wings.
We wanted to make it easy for organizers, so we've got it set that all you have to do is have a minimum of 10 teams to qualify. And each event is a qualifier for a world championship. So one winner of each event will automatically get qualified for the world championship, which as of right now will be at Memphis in May.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. We're still in, negotiations and stuff like that, but more than likely it's going to happen. Right.
Yeah. That'd be cool. Cause we're like, all we do is just spend a year together learning it. Like I'll take one comp, you take the next comp, we help each other.
Well, and that's the good thing with this. It's like, in reality, you can easily do this with 2 people, 3 people, obviously if you get, to the world championship where you're doing a 4-course meal, you might want to have more people, right? Where one person can concentrate on this while the other person's concentrating on this. And we've got some other stuff. We're looking at evolution, right? So, I have plans already planned out for years from now of how we will continue to evolve this, and we'll just kind of roll them out slowly, because we want to kind of keep doing it. This is going to help bring public in too, more. And that's kind of the big picture, because it's going to be easier to get sponsors at the events. That's the one thing. If you, highly recommend anybody, if they haven't checked it out, go to the Open Fire Meetup in Hondo, Texas this year, because it's going to be insane. We've already got 14 international teams signed up. We just recently signed up a team from Israel, a team from Nigeria, a team from Colombia. They're just coming in every week right now. So we're about to cap out on our teams, for Hondo. And that's a totally different scenario, that event, because that one is more sponsor based. We have a lot of big sponsors that come to it, because we're actually we do a 2-day private event prior to the public event. So on Thursday and Friday, it's a lot of your brands, your sponsors, restaurateurs, social media influencers, for that 2 days. And we do all kinds of stuff. We do like classes. We do, master classes. We've got panels. Um, we have cooks every meal. So like somebody's doing a meal, and we have last year I think we had close to 700 people for the private event just for
Dang.
the Thursday and Friday, and then we had another 3,000-4,000 people come in on Saturday from the public. We've sold out every year and kept increasing it every year. We increased the price, we increased the amount of tickets every year, and it's been insane.
So typical on that, how many judges do you have like that come
Well,
and
so
judge, like say judge just
you don't need as many, right? So give you an example. If you do a 10-team comp, right? We'll say 10 teams, right? It's going to be 2 groups of 5, okay? And 3 judges per group. So that's 6 judges. And then you need a finals judges, so 3 more. So that's only 9 judges.
9.
That's all you need, right? For 10. If you went to 15, you would need 12, right? If you went to 20, 15, right?
And then
so
when it comes to like judges, is there like a course they have to take, like be a certified judge, or
it's
or
a
do
little
they
different.
show up and you give them like a crash course there? Like
We're trying to go away from getting the people off the street, right?
Okay.
So we've created 2 different. We have a judges organ. You can sign up to be a judge, and you can sign up to be like a creator. And a creator has all kinds of rounds to it, right? Meaning an influencer in the barbecue world. It doesn't mean a content creator necessarily. Content creators are one. It could be a foodie, right? It could be a barbecue competition guy, right? Or girl, right? It could, it could be a restaurant owner, right? So what we are trying to do, or we're trying to get people more in the judging that kind of have, I'm not trying to downplay anybody as a judge, but more kind of credibility in it, because we also don't want the judges to be like starstruck by the competitors, right? Because we have seen that, right? And so that's one thing. It's kind of like we're trying to build a pool of judges that are kind of immersed in the world, right? Not just there to try food and, taking a class off the street, and all of a sudden you're a judge.
Someone who
thing.
who's seen it or put in work cooking and been around the community
exactly.
and stuff. So it's not like, oh, I like barbecue or I like steak, so I'm just going to judge the steak.
Yep, exactly.
Someone who knows
exactly
the time, the passion, the
and
techniques
the good
a
news
little
too,
bit, and the flavor profiles
in the app, it'll actually give me readouts, and I'll get feedback on all the judges, right? So we can actually like critique judges easily and start flagging judges that also are either, giving out too many 10s, right? Or,
tables of death or something.
Yeah, exactly. Stuff like that.
Or they're just so overcritical about everything. You're just like,
yes, exactly. Right.
Like you haven't given out a single 10 this year. Like what, why?
Right. Exactly. And we have also in the app, right, their ability to give comments in the app, right? Also take pictures, that'll be stored in there, and it's a multi-purpose, right? Those pictures are meant also kind of like as a checks and balance too. Like if somebody comes back like, oh no, this is BS. Like, well, no, this is yours.
Yeah, like he gave you a 7, and you want to know why.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So you'd be like,
so they can.
It wasn't done. Like you see the picture, like
the corn that you ate, right? That wasn't done.
Right.
Sorry, I had to do it.
That's funny.
Had to do it. Yeah. But no, I like that. So you've seen like last year, all the BS around the KCBS and
Yep.
So I like
was there, and I was there when we waited hours at the American Royal, right?
Yeah.
and then they screwed it up still,
Yeah.
right? And I'm not here to talk bad about anybody,
not at all.
or
Not at all. It's coming
we're not
around.
here to compete. We're just trying to add something different to the competition world. And that was my thing. Like after scoring and doing all this stuff and calculating, I'm like, why are these competitions not having an app? Well, I found out because it's expensive.
Yes.
Right? But fortunately, I was able to get one of my buddies and his friends to help me after I went out sourcing, in the U.S., Philippines, India, and I was getting all these, prices from 15,000 to 45,000 to develop this app. And I was like, well, shit, I don't know. I ain't got that kind of money to throw out there. So anyways, we were like, I got it worked and we got it figured out. And we actually have built it. So eventually, hopefully other competitions want to integrate with us. And then we can make some changes. So like an organizer, let's say as an organizer, you're doing an event, right? Like give an example, Christie's event, the barbecue jackpot in Vegas.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a KCBS and an LFCA. If all of a sudden, KCBS wanted to work with us and start using the app or have us modify the app so they could use it, then as an organizer, you would actually be able to give them KCBS load and an LFCA load, right? And then they can actually build a KCBS comp and build an LFCA comp and then monitor. And the beauty as an organizer, like I watch it go down live. Like I could tell if there was an issue going on at Memphis MA, because the first time we used it was at Memphis MA. And man, it worked. I was worried. I was like, because this was the first test and we're doing it at a world championship.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, it was nice. Like before finals was done, I was like, okay, I already got the results. I don't have to wait, even though we wait to announce it, the finals, right? But I have it immediately, right? And, I still go through and audit it, make sure that there was nothing, screwed up or anything like that. But in this app, even me as an admin or organizer, I can't change the score. Once that score is submitted, it's submitted, right? So we basically thought of everything to make sure that there's no, anything being scrubbed or nobody could say anything, right?
Yeah.
Like it's legit, it's secure. Exactly. So.
That's and I mean, not to say anything bad, like you said, about any of these other organizations, but
for sure,
there are some that are way outdated. I know KCBS is coming back around and trying to get a lot of stuff fixed and figured out. And they could come up with something like this or jump on yours and be like, hey, we want to run with yours. That would just be awesome because it sounds like.
Well, and that's the idea because that's the way I envision it, right? Hopefully they will, because then we could actually have one big database too.
Yeah.
And you could actually start having rankings and stuff like that. We built a lot of stuff in the app for like future capabilities.
Yeah.
And of course we can always keep adapting. Yeah, and we will as we see things that come up, issues or whatever, we're gonna, constantly try to evolve it and, fix it and hopefully make it better, right?
Yeah,
and I think it'd be huge for organizers who want to do both. Like you said, KCBS, because then they don't have to like, all right, I got to go look at this. Then it's just all in one.
Yeah,
and then they're not, chasing their tail. They're like, oh, did I check this? Did I not? It's all in one spot. They're not fumbling through papers. They're not, this software, this computer, this,
Well, and that's the thing is right afterwards, when you announce awards, right afterwards, I can go on the site and hit share live, and it immediately goes to the website, all the scores. So right after awards, people can be online and look and see everything posted immediately.
They don't have to wait and get the paper or, it's just right there.
We even have it built in that it's an easy share to social media too.
That's awesome, because then you don't have to print out papers, misplaced
That's what I'm
papers,
saying. It makes it so
misplaced
much
comment
easier for an
cards.
organizer.
It's just
Yep.
boom. Yeah, that's a lot of stress off the organizer,
Well,
or
like
even
I
the
said,
reps too. You know, the
well,
reps are
after
repping it.
running it a couple times, right? Doing it everything by paper and everything else, I was like, man, I can't continue to do this. We gotta figure this out. Like I'm like, how do these people do this? I'm like, no, we're gonna get an app. And I told Al, I said before Memphis in May, and I even told Kevin Groth at Memphis in May, I said, I'm. He's like, you need help with judging? I said, no. I said, I'm gonna have an app built, and we're gonna run it like that. He's like, okay. And we were testing it. It was crunch time, but we got it like, done, finished in time. And
Yeah.
it got to the point where I told the guys, the developer, I said, okay, stop, don't touch anything. This is good until the event, right? Let's don't change anything. And then we'll make changes,
After, yeah.
because, there was stuff that were like, nicety things like, hey, this would be nice if we could do this. But then we got it to the point where I'm like, hey, it functions exactly the way I need it right now. So let's don't touch it, until after Memphis in May.
So is this app is it itemized? Like if I wanted to do the protein and the vegetable and starch, and then on the side, do you just put in dessert? Or if I wanted to run a steak, do you put in steak? Like, is that something you guys do before the organizer wants to get it going?
And that all will depend on like the layout. But yes,
okay,
they have to figure out in the beginning the way it is.
Okay.
And then we input it, right? It's when you build it in the app, each event, you create the event, you put in teams, how many groups, how many judges, categories, you put all that information in there in the beginning when you build the event, and then boom, it builds it right there.
Okay.
So say if I want to cook this, and they have, the main where it's the protein, starch, and vegetable, and then they have like two sides or something, and I don't want to do the two sides, can I still go for like overall GC?
No,
is it kind of like you have to do
no,
everything?
So this one,
you
have to do everything. Yeah, you have to do everything.
So no matter what,
whatever,
you can't
whatever the organizer decides, right? At a minimum, we tell them it has to be this, right? But they can add an appetizer, they can add a soup, they can add a dessert. But yes, you have to do every one of them, whatever the organizer decides for the event, for it to be. And it actually gets judged as one. Like you're not actually getting, you're, even though like they added all this stuff, it's not actually an extra category. It's an extra category you have to cook, but you're doing one presentation of everything.
Okay.
Yeah. Everything.
So so they're not coming back to do like the soup and stuff.
Yeah. It'll be one time. Yep.
And then with that, do they tell you like, hey, we're gonna be over at 9:15 or
they'll tell
8 o'clock, or they'll tell you like a time frame?
Yep, they'll give you a time frame, and that'll be, we have recommendations, right? But the organizer can make it as easy or difficult as they want.
Okay.
Right? You know what I mean?
And basically you have to be ready by that, or if you're not ready, can you like, hey, can you come back?
And they're staggered, right? So so when you have your team meetings, in the beginning, right? You'll know what group you're in and when your turn in is.
Okay.
So I'll give you an example. If there's 5 teams in your group, right? Let's say it's a 10-minute presentation, right? The first presentation, let's say, starts at noon or 2 o'clock. Let's say 2 o'clock. First presentation is at 2 o'clock, right? So if you're team 1 in your group, you're gonna get judged at 2 o'clock. The next one will be probably about 15 minutes later, right? Because they've got to get to your team, right?
Yeah.
And it's a 10-minute presentation, right? And so let's say 2:15, 2:30, 2:45, 3 o'clock, right? So if you're team 5, right, of that group, yours is probably closer to 3 o'clock is when your judging is, right? And then once that's done, it's automatically calculated in the thing. Whoever the organizer is, the rep will be there too, right? one of us, either me, Al, or Christy, initially until we, get this bigger off the ground, will be the 3 reps. We will, verify everything, and then there'll be a finals. And that finals, you'll have to be ready to serve, let's say, by, let's say 5 o'clock, right? So meaning if it was at 2, right, maybe announcements, judging is done at 3:15, 4 o'clock finals is announced, right? And 5 o'clock finals starts. And if there's only, let's say, 3 teams in finals, then it's, you know, uh, 5:10, 5:25, whatever, right? Either way, it'll be done, and you can announce awards by 6 o'clock. So it wouldn't be like really late. It wouldn't have to get dragged on because you're not having to wait for scores to get calculated or anything like that, because they're immediately calculated, like right there in front of you. Let's say if you have 2 groups of 5, there's 10 teams. The way we would do it when it's just 10 and there's 2 groups of 5, actually 2 winners, the top 2 teams would go to the finals of each group. So then you'd have 4 in the finals, right? And then top 3 would place, right? And then of course it's up to the organizer. Like, give an example. We just got one that's going to be in December 4th in Tampa Bay, Florida. There's another comp going on, and they're adding an LFCA event for it. We haven't made the announcement yet, but we're about to make the announcement here soon. So sneak peek here. This will be a comp in December 4th in Tampa Bay. I think first place is going to be 3,000 right now. Second place, 1,500, and third place, 750 with a $250 entry. Right. So pretty good, return, there.
So is that kind of like the standard rate for signing up? About
no, this one,
range?
This organizer is adding money to it already. He's already adding to it. We set a minimum, right? So meaning a minimum, it has to be 750 for first place, 500 second place, and 250 for third place. Obviously, as an organizer, you're going to want to sweeten that purse, right, to get people in, right? Obviously, more teams that you get, the more money you have, the more sponsors you get, the more money you'll have, and stuff like that. So we're definitely trying to make it easy for organizers to create an event. Like I said, we've got one. Well, Christy's going to have one in November, the Vegas one. Let's see, we've got already one set up in Oregon for next year. We've got one set up in Arizona for next year. These haven't been announced yet. One in Tampa Bay, Florida. So we're getting more and more members every day signing up, and organizers reaching out to us. Matter of fact, we just literally, and we're in talks right now, 3 different countries right now, too, for events in 3 different countries right now also.
Do you have a standard that's your starting point on entry fee?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so entry fee is $250.
Okay.
All entry fees are $250 on it. And then it could go up if they add a bunch of stuff. But once again, I think that's up to the organizer. But if you go, I tell you what, our FAQ section, Christy Girls Can Grill did a great job with the website. If you go to livefirecookingAssociation.com and you check out our FAQs, and man, we spell out anything and everything you can think of on there. Like I said, there's you can sign up there, you can create an event, all that stuff is all set up in place as we speak.
With this, is there like a membership you have to sign up?
Yeah, it's an annual membership. It's like a $50 membership, per team, right? Just one $50 for the year, right? Same with the judge, same with creators. We have different levels on the creators because the way especially we're going to have big events like Memphis MA and like Open Fire Meetup. If you reach a certain status on the creator or influencer status, right, you're going to basically get access to more stuff, basically.
Yeah.
You know, is what it comes down to. So we're trying to create more of that. We're also to help with sponsors. So this is
Yep.
like something that we're doing to try to bring more public facing and get more sponsors involved in all the events. So
Nice.
yeah.
And then when it comes to like meat, is there anything like any restrictions? Like
No,
no
none
this,
whatsoever.
no that.
No,
It's
no
protein
restrictions
is
on
protein.
Protein is
Whatever you
protein.
wanna
You
cook.
pick whatever you want to cook, right? And we'll get the world championship is where we're going to really get creative, right? So, meaning down the road, just like this year, I decided to make it a 4-course meal, right? At a minimum, it's always going to be a 4-course meal for the world championship, but
As
we're
it
going to
should.
throw in stuff as we build this, like
Awesome.
to make it even more interesting. Also, we've already had these conversations, and once we get done with all the negotiations and stuff like that, and I assume it's all going to go good. We haven't heard any reason not, but as of right now, like we're shooting to have the competitors that cook in the world championship at Memphis and May to also be able to enter in the ancillary categories at Memphis and May on top of it on Thursday and Friday. So there'll be a lot more opportunities, and I can't go into any more stuff because I'll be giving away too much. But
you got to win your ticket.
That's it. That's it.
So you want to see how it goes? You gotta win.
I'm excited.
Yeah. I think it's going to add something different. And the beauty of it is if someone's organizing an SCA comp or a RIB comp or a KCBS comp, they can add this LFCA comp in there really easy. And these guys and gals can cook it, it's pretty simple, especially you could dial that down, right? They could give a 6-hour window for you or a 4-hour window, to cook an entree.
Yeah.
Right. So real simple to make it happen. Or they can just say you got 24 hours, right?
Yeah.
Either way. And when we did Memphis in May and we did 24 hours for that one for the first year, I did it that way because I didn't know what people were going to cook and I didn't want to limit them. Right. If somebody wanted to cook a whole animal, I wanted them to be able to cook a whole animal. Right.
Oh,
yeah. So that's why, for Memphis in May, we did 24 hours. Will we change that next year? Possibly. Right. We definitely could, change it up. But
you still have, even with 24 hours, that's just how long they have to cook. You still have
it doesn't mean you got to be there 24 hours. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
We only specify too that everything has to be prepped on site.
Yeah.
Right. That's our major thing. Right. When I say that, you can bring in shit that's prepped. Right. But like if you say, let's say if you say I made a stock for 24 hours, well, that needs to be because you presented it like you made this from scratch, this stock, it needs to be made there.
Yeah.
Right. On site. Right. Not, back at your hotel room.
Yeah. Yeah. Bring in that box of great value stock and you're good.
Yeah, you totally can. Right. But like I kind of like this. If you say you baked bread, right, or you baked a cake, it needs to be done on site.
There, yep.
You know what I mean? It can't be something you cooked at the house and brought in.
Yeah.
Right. So,
did you hear that, Jordan?
I heard it.
No, I'm excited for it. I know you're just starting out, but I'm excited. I'm wanting to get a couple close to around here in KC area, and
yeah, for sure, man. Yeah,
something.
and hopefully we can get something up there, and I think that's definitely one of the spots I'd love to see something soon booked up there, right?
I think you could with the Royal, but it might take another couple years because I know.
Well, and I had heard that American Royal
on.
was interested in doing something.
Yeah.
Right. But then we haven't heard anything since we made the announcement from them.
They got so much with that new area.
I'm sure. Yeah.
They've already moved. Are you going this year by chance?
I'm definitely going to try to this year.
Okay.
Obviously, with the way it's been screwed up the last couple of years with dates changing and getting announced late, it's been conflict, right?
The date
and hopefully, and if it is, we won't have. Even though I'm going to have a busy, I think if I do, there's a good chance I'm going to go to the Jack this year. So if I do that, I'm going to do American Royal, and then next weekend the Jack, and then the next weekend World Food Championship.
Oh yeah.
And then literally go right from World Food Championship, fly home for less than 24 hours, and then head to Texas because I have to be there early for the open fire event. And then, oh, by the way, the week before the American Royal, I'll be in Orlando for Ace Hardware show. So, yeah, it'll be a crazy stretch for me. If I don't go to the American Royal, that will be the reason.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, they've already. It's
do want
crazy.
to. I do want to.
They moved one of the. They have it in 3 lots already, and they had to move one due to the construction going on.
Right.
I'm just like, man.
Right.
I'm so excited for this. We Jordan and I both know a guy that's part of the American Royal, or KCBS international side. So he's giving us inside.
Nice.
What they're doing on. I'm just like, I'm excited, but it's also in my back of my head, are they doing this a year too early?
Right.
So I know they're saving more money doing it at their own place.
Yeah, they're saving money, and I'm sure they're rushing it because of the difficulty they've had, right?
Yeah.
So I don't blame them for doing it, and it'll probably be better. Long term, it's going to be better that they went ahead and did it. Because there'll probably going to be some issues, right? But the good news is financially, they'll be in a better situation.
Oh, yeah.
Right? And
sure.
They won't have the headaches of having to deal with the racetrack and everything else. They'll have a little more freedom.
What that costs to rent it for the week.
Right. Exactly, right? Yeah.
And then just always having to move the day even farther.
Yeah,
back.
exactly.
I mean, that time of the year period is terrible for weather. You never know.
No, exactly.
You can't keep pushing it back. Keep pushing it back.
We were down. I was watching the stories, and I was like, "Man, I'm glad I'm not there."
Dude, it was summertime when you show up. It's winter time when you leave. I'm like, "What the hell?"
Yeah, crazy.
Freezing.
That was the one time I brought a suitcase. I've never brought a suitcase to the con.
You definitely needed it. That's for sure.
What are you doing? We're going to go swimming Wednesday. We're going to dress in our Carhartts on Friday.
Right.
That was crazy. It was fun. But yeah, I'm excited for the new one. And like Kevin Heasey, he's Weekend Bum Barbecue. I've talked with him, and he's one of the guys that's interested in your live fire association. And I'm like, dude, if this can come to the Royal, man, I don't think I will stop moving. Friday, walk around and see people. No, man, I'll be cooking every day if we need to.
You normally don't stop anyways.
I know, right?
Different.
I got to go cook Saturday. Well, I'm going to go over and see these guys real quick.
All right, for sure.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Oh, man, no, I'm excited for it. So, where can everyone find your stuff at, your products?
Of course, on my website, BlazingStarBBQ.com. We're on Amazon.com. We've got 3 products that are nationwide now in Home Depot. So your local Home Depot carries our products. We're in some Ace Hardwares. We're in all their warehouses nationwide, but it's all about the stores. They got to bring it in. So we're in Ace, we're in Bass Pro, Cabela's, Socials, Rural King, and then mom and pops, across the country.
Yeah.
So
that's awesome.
A lot of options now. Yeah, it's crazy.
How'd you get into Home Depot? Do you go to like a vendor fairs or something?
Well, so it's a combination, right? It's a combination of like I work with Old World Spices.
Okay.
I'm in the Pitmaster group with a group of like 10, 12 of us. Smitty, Mark Lambert, Boar's Night Out, Pile Boys Barbecue. What's that? Fergie, yeah.
Fergie.
So we're all in there. So that's a part of it. But kind of how it actually kind of helped was I did a home. Jealous Devil asked me to do a demo on the Home Depot stage in Memphis about 4 years ago, and from that they started talking to Old World Spices. Home Depot did about bringing my products in, and the next thing you know, it actually got 5 of us in, and then from 5 it went to like 10 of us in, and knock on wood, hopefully we're on year 3 now with Home Depot. So we started with 1 product in 90 stores, and then we got 3 products in a mixture of stores, and then this year we got 3 in nationwide with them. So hopefully in the fall, in fact I have a meeting tomorrow, so hopefully I'll get some good news with that. But yeah, hopefully in the fall or spring, we'll get another advancement with Home Depot. It's been a good relationship. I do a lot of stuff like not just demos, but I've been doing been fortunate enough to do the Home Depot store manager show like the last 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
And that kind of stemmed from me doing the demo at Memphis in May. One of the buyers asked me if I would work for a grill company because they needed someone to cook for them at these store manager shows. And these store manager shows, it's 2,300 store managers.
Wow.
That you're cooking for them, right? So for the last 3 years, I cooked for every store manager in Home Depot. They're familiar with my products. They're familiar with my flavor. They're always telling me like, hey, we're always looking forward to what you cook, each year, So it's kind of put me in a really good situation with Home Depot to kind of, hopefully keep building that and advancing it. Because it's a game changer for me, like product wise. I don't make as much on the product, but it's a volume, right? It's it's about moving the product, right? And for the customer, it's cheap, right? They can buy my rubs for $10, so it's easy, it's convenient. You can order like straight from their website from your local store, and a lot of times it'll be delivered to your house that day, like literally that day. They'll deliver it for free, So it's kind of a game changer. I've actually I deliver orders from my website sometimes, from people's local Home Depot. Like literally, I'll be like, I see this order come in. I'm like, oh shoot, you know what? I'm just going to deliver it from their local Home Depot instead of me shipping it, and, so it's a game changer. And so hopefully we can continue to build that relationship and hopefully grow it.
Nice. That's awesome. That's awesome. One day, goals, dreams. That's me.
Heck yeah, man. It'll happen, man. You just got to, get yourself right. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, like you said, you're busy with your other business and everything else. And sometimes it's just like, I look at it this way. I'm 50, right? I started this when I was 44 years old, man. I never imagined I would get one store, right? So it can happen.
I turned 50 in June, and 4 years ago we went to Tennessee and fell in love with the mountains. And I'm like, nah, we got dreams now. Like we're gonna focus that direction. Kind of back all this other stuff off.
I'm from the mountains in North Carolina, so
yeah. We're in like Bryson City, North Carolina, and then over kind of Knoxville area, Tennessee.
Yep.
So
it's a good area.
I love the area. I'm like, man,
it's beautiful.
It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
So I'm like, if I can get the land and get it rented, then I can focus again on something else.
Yeah, no doubt.
So, but no, man, it was awesome having you on talking about live fire and
I appreciate the opportunity.
Open fire the two different ways. So it's been a pleasure. Been a real pleasure, man.
Heck yeah. Well, hopefully I'll see you out there at the American Royal, but hopefully I'll have an event up in Kansas City and I'll be out there and be the rep. So
that'd be awesome. Well, Jordan's riding down with Crooked Q down to Christie's thing.
Okay, nice. Heck yeah. That's going to be an event. That event is great, man. She's doing a banging job with that event. She's killed it. We did a like open fire, but more for the public last year at the event, and that went off like really good. So now she's adding that, and as a matter of fact, I think she's almost got 10 teams already signed up for the LFCA, and of course she's got 100 teams and people on the waiting list for the KCBS.
Awesome.
So
you gonna be there?
Yeah, I'll be there. Yep, I'll be there. Yeah, I'll be there for sure.
Walk around. Hey, I might have. What size shirt you wear?
Extra large.
All right, Jordan. We'll hook up. I'll get you an extra large for him. Make sure you give it to him.
Perfect.
I appreciate it.
Well, I'm going to see Jordan next week, and he's coming down here to an event that I'm cooking. So
nice.
Yeah, I'll get him a shirt. Yeah,
heck yeah,
definitely. Now
appreciate it.
He better let me win this event, though. I'll just say that.
Not a chance.
So, but no, Mike, it was awesome seeing you.
I appreciate it, guys.
How often do you do the NBBQA?
It's been a couple years.
Okay.
It's just my schedule, man. It's been
that's been
crazy.
Too,
yeah, it's been super crazy, and then now with us starting this, it's just I don't know where it's going to lead. We were just discussing that the other day about reps. I will probably, there's a good chance that I will be more the frequent rep, right?
Yeah.
Based off of schedules, which I'm okay with because it's actually going to give me more opportunities too with my business and stuff like that. So I'll probably be doing a lot, especially in 2027, a lot of reps, with it. I'm already, signed up I'm already going to be the rep at Tampa. I'm going to be the rep in Oregon. I'm probably going to be the rep for Christy so she can handle the KCBS side, and I'll just handle the LFCA side, for that. So help her out with that. But yeah.
No, that's awesome. No, man, I look forward to seeing you out there somewhere again. Hopefully the Royal.
Yeah, I'm sure it will. No, yeah, and I'm going to definitely try to. I definitely want to because I've missed it the last 2 years.
Yeah.
And I've been 4 years in a row, and then missed the last 2 years. So I definitely wanted to go back there. I want to go this year too because all the people for inducted in the Hall of Fame to go out and support those guys. So
the inaugural run of we don't even know what's going to happen out there.
Right, that too, right? Yeah, that too.
So, but no, man, yeah, it's awesome. We'll get you back on here later this year, next year, something like that.
Sounds like a winner. Yeah.
Get a little time, see how the LFCA goes. And,
heck yeah, I appreciate it.
Be awesome, man.
Heck
well,
yeah.
thanks for jumping on.
Yeah, y'all take it easy, Brian and Jordan, and we'll see you on the road.
Have a good one, man.
If nothing else, I'll see you in November.
Yeah, for sure, right?
Yep. All right, thanks a lot.
Yeah, thanks.